Hello and welcome to Spy Money. Today is Wednesday, March the 4th, 2020. We're going to do a market recap based on today. Right now we're looking at the ES, pretty much the S&P 500 futures. And today I was in this, made quite a bit of money from, I'll say, rolling through here. Made a little bit there and then made another bit there. And we were doing some live streams in my Discord channel today, and I was showing people, how I trade. They were actually watching me trade, and it was actually pretty good for them, helped them out. So on the market today, we ended up running up, and we hit the fib, the 50% fib, and we actually double topped it. And this was a channel that I had drawn that it had been bouncing in all day. So it hit that, and then it ended up selling off, and it's been selling off pretty much all evening. And I've scalped a little bit in here and not done that great. I mean, I'm okay, but I could have done better. I should have just quit when I hit up here and just left it alone. But right now, it looks like we're trying to turn and go back up. This was a very large resistance right here, which turned into a support, and now been a support and a resistance right here tonight. So this has just been a lot of consolidating, I guess, from where it had this big old run up and then it just sold off a little bit. So I would think that we're going to be bullish on it. That's my guess on it. It's kind of hard to tell in consolidation right now. We're underneath that VWAP. So tomorrow, I just got a feeling that it's probably going to go ahead and rally up tomorrow. I would like to see it break this 31.25 tomorrow, and if we drop this down and see where we're going, 31.89 is kind of the area that I thought we were going in this channel, but it ended up breaking out and selling down. But I would say that we'll probably end up making another channel and head to 31.89 tomorrow is what I'm thinking. So I'm looking at a Friday. Friday, pretty good rally by Friday. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow probably rally up. It might sell off again on Friday, but I'm looking that maybe we'll get a 100-point run or something overnight and through tomorrow. So we won't know until we see what's going to happen here. It might go ahead and sell off. It might go ahead and take off. So that's on the ES. Let's take a look at the natural gas. Let me get back here. Natural gas is all day today has been just up and down. It had a big old sell-off, big old rally right here at 9 this morning, and then it just kind of sold off, and then we had another little rally, and it's just been doing the same thing, just consolidating all after hours. So the moves were all day, had this big old V. V is great, especially if you're in futures. If you get that, then you can play that. Get in a short up here and just let it ride all day, or you can just do these little scalps in here. I prefer to just go ahead and get in them and just let them ride out. Set a trail stop on it and just let it go. And then you can get in another one here. When it's consolidating like this, you're better off just to stay out because it will eat your money away. So tomorrow, again, this is underneath the VWAP right now, but I'm still kind of bullish on it. The way it's been running, I mean, it's been kind of going up and down, but I just think it's going to continue up. We won't know until this breaks out which way it's going to go. So we'll take a look at that in the morning on the recap or the briefing and see. Gold has done the same thing. It had a big old rally. This was on Tuesday, and then it's just consolidated all the way across. So if you're in futures, gold is probably not the one you wanted to do. You could have got a good run right here. But it's just been mainly consolidation for since Tuesday. Once it got that run up and it just went across. So gold, I don't know if I'd really do anything in that until we see which direction it's going to go coming out. And then if we go to the Qs, everybody talks about the Qs all the time, and looking at this one, I mean, it's just had a good steady incline all day. We had a big old drop when it come down Tuesday morning. It started up here and come down, and then it's just had a good steady increase. Right now, it's just been in the same consolidation period. It dropped down, but now it's trying to come up. So we'll see, where that goes. And then we have our crude oil. Crude oil had a rally today, and then it just dropped off. Or I'm sorry, a rally last night, and then it just dropped off and sold off all day. One of the things I've been talking about was the um, crude oil selling off. We talked about this the other day, yesterday I think it was, and how it hit the 180 and it's just been kind of coming down. So this thing has just been hitting that 180 and coming down. So I would say we're probably going to have a big sell off here. So probably safe on a short, or if you want to get some puts on any of the oil stocks and stuff, that might be a good idea. I don't really see this one taking off, but we won't know until it breaks out of this consolidation where we're going. And let's see, we go to the VIX. The VIX has been selling off, not as much as I want. I'd like for it to get down into this, below this 20. This is what you call a fear factor. And everybody, when the fears go up and stuff, then this is where it actually takes in place. And it looks like I just bought one of my the ES future, just ended up getting a buy on it. And so this has been selling off. I've got puts in it. I've got them over here and I got them over in here, and it's been selling off. So I'm hoping that when it gets down into this range down here, then I can go ahead and sell them. I've already got my sell on them already, so we'll see what happens with the VIX. I still think it's going down. As long as the market goes up, this will continue to go down. And then we have our dollar. Our dollar has been steadily increasing a little bit. Not really sure where that's going to go, but where this 15 just crossed that 50, that's a good bullish sign for me, and the candles are above the 15, so it looks like we're going to be going up on this. So if you're in any kind of Forex trades or whichever, kind of watch out, because the dollar looks like it's rebounding. And I'm sorry, that's the Dow Jones. That's not the dollar. That's right, because I thought the dollar was selling off. The dollar is selling off, and it has been. Now, one thing about it is it was going up with the market, which is not normal. Usually it goes down when the market goes up. And in this case, it actually dropped with the market. But the market's been rallying quite a bit, but the dollar's still going down. Your 15 still below the 50, so we're still in a down part of that. So on the Forex trades, let me reiterate that your dollar is going down. So if you're in the Forex trades, then you want to watch out what you're trading with that. And then again, that was the Dow Jones. It's actually starting to go back up after this big old drop it's had. So Dow Jones is going up. You've got the 15 crossing the 50 right there. So we're in a bullish market for it now. And then we've got AMD. AMD's been rallying up quite a bit. I'm actually shocked, because it's where it's a tech stock, and a lot of things are bought in China or actually built in China. So with them being there, I thought it would actually kind of go down, but AMD has just been rallying with the market. So it's actually doing pretty good. I'm bullish on it since Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. So it's been above this, staying above the 15 and stuff. We just hit this 180. So before I would put anything in it, I would wait and make sure that we get over top of that. I'd like to see it break the 5113 area. If we'll break that, then I think that it'd be safe to get in some longer calls. We do have this trend line back in here, so it's right on that edge of what it could do, make it or break it. Got Roku. Roku's just been selling off. Roku is the material is bought, or actually built over in China, and they have been selling off quite a bit. After the earnings, they actually had good earnings, but it just sold off drastically, and I don't understand it. It should have just took off and rallied, but I guess with the China trade and stuff, and with the coronavirus, with them not being able to get the product and stuff, has actually hurt their business, so it's been selling off. So I'm still bearish on Roku. Walmart, I bought Walmart calls today. I'm a fan of Walmart. It's a good stock to trade. It's usually got some pretty decent runs on it. Back before let me open this up more. Back before it hit the high, I mean, it had a lot of good moves in here that you could scalp and go longer, whichever. And then when we had this big old drop here, it had just rallied hard. So right now I'm bullish. I put my money behind it, and we got the 15 cross the 50 here, and it had this big old increase here, then it dropped, and then this little rally here. So I went ahead and picked up calls today. This 15's crossing that 180 right here, so that's good. I felt that when I bought the calls back in here that I was it was over top of the VWAP and stuff, so I felt really good about it. And RSI is staying green above, so I'm long on Walmart. I bought I think it was 417 was the calls on it. I think 417. I think I was 135 strike price on them. That's a little bit high, but I went ahead and went further out of the money and bought them cheap. I think I paid like $6 a piece for each call, and I bought several of them. So I'm hoping that those calls over the next week will maybe turn into something around $40 or so. So it should be a pretty good little bang for my buck. So Walmart, I'm a fan of right now, bullish. SPY, everybody looks at SPY. It's the same chart as ES. ES, you can see the trade longer, so it actually helps. With SPY, it just kind of stops, and the volume kind of leaves it. So ES is your best one to follow. And then we have Tesla. Everybody likes Tesla. I have been kind of bearish on Tesla ever since it dropped out of here, and it dropped down, come up, and it dropped down again. It's in a consolidation mode. Will it spike or not? Right now, I'm just kind of bearish on it. I think it's just going to sell off again. After hours, it sold off here, but then pre-market it jumped up this morning, and right now it's just just stayed pretty steady. I wouldn't do anything with it yet. I would wait, but I am kind of bearish on it. You've got your candle come up touch here. You got a candle touched up there. So this has got a descending wedge pattern, and then with this right here, this dotted red line, that's your horizontal. So that makes it a descending triangle. And with a descending triangle, this triangle will actually, or the trend will actually push the candles down. This is a bearish sign. So I am bearish on Tesla, but I'm not bearish enough to put my money on it to know for sure, because it could easily pop out of this. So if you're wanting to risk it and do a high risk, then you could do a put or a call on it. Either way you want. I would be leaning more to a put on it. So that wraps up all of our stocks, or a recap. These are the ones that I usually do. And if you have a stock or some ticker that you want to see on the charts, then go ahead and put it down into the comment section and let me know. And if it's something I think that would be good for everybody, more of a popular stock, then maybe I'll put it on there, or maybe I'll just put one at random, and try to get some more stuff on there. And also on our Discord group, I go over how to do these charts and how to make the patterns. And I also have chat rooms where we all discuss, what we're trading and what we think about each stock. We actually post our calls and puts and actually all of our trades in it, so that everybody can see what's kind of going on. And maybe there's a call out that someone's done that we never really thought about. So we can look at it, check our charts, make sure we align with what their thinking is, and then get involved with the trade as well. We talk about our futures trading. We chat pretty much nonstop about our futures because it's open 23/5. So we're always in there talking about talking about futures. We do a little bit of Forex in there. I think I'm probably the only one who do Forex, but futures and options, those are our two main things. But there's information about it in the description of the video. You can check that out, and if you're interested, just let us know. And if you would like, share, and subscribe this video, let's get the channel built up more, and I'll keep on making the videos and trying to do some more technical analysis on here so that you can see what's going on and get some different stocks on there. You all have a great night. Thank you.